Grandpa and Rachel show. So this is a show that talks about just all things funny, serious, Jesus, relatable, current, just a lot of things. Today we are speaking with the one and only Nanna, or as some other people like to call her, as Melinda. Other people like to call her Pastor Blake's mother-in-law. Other people like to call her Pastor Mo. Other people like to call her grandma or friend, or the newest title that you have just earned is great grandma.
Yes.
Yay! Just a whole lot of titles, right?
Yeah.
So how are you?
I'm good. It's good to be here.
Yes. So we are in a gazebo right now. We're on location a lot with the Paul and Rachel show. And so today we're in a gazebo. You can't really tell that, but we are. And it's so beautiful.
Yes.
At your home.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
So
I have a large home.
You have a large home with a lot of friends.
With a lot of bedrooms.
With a lot of bedrooms. A lot of. And you don't have to clean them all. That's other people do.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. I don't even get mine cleaned.
Yeah, that's true. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask you some questions, and we're going to let other people just get to know a little bit more about you, for those that don't know you. And some of these questions are serious, some of them are silly, some of them, they're just all over the place. So we're both going to share the duty of asking some questions and just have a little bit of fun. And then we're going to play a game. We're going to have some fun.
All right, sounds good.
Spend some time with you.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, so question number 1 for Great Grandma Nanna. If you were able to make a livable wage doing anything in the world, what would you do?
Travel.
Travel?
Yes. I would have a motorhome and travel all over the United States.
Oh, that'd be the way to do it.
Yeah. And on the side of it, it would say God and Mo's Great Adventure.
Oh.
That's awesome.
With your sidekick. Your sidekick puppy.
Tilly.
Tilly
would be
Bring
there.
Tilly along. Mm-hmm.
So, along with your traveling once, what are some of the hobbies, or what stuff you do for fun or to occupy your free time?
Well, I do paper crafts. I make cards and little paper sack books, and I my great granddaughter, the baby, I'm spending more time with her and getting to, so that's fun. And just Tilly and I just spend a lot of time just hanging out. Yeah. It's been a slow year for me, so.
I think it's been a weird year for all of us. So.
Yes.
In different ways than others. So.
For different reasons.
Yeah.
Question 3. From your childhood, do you remember your favorite meal?
My favorite meal? Probably my mom's chicken and noodles.
Those are always the best. Other people make them good, but they're never as good as like growing up. You remember?
Yeah.
Grandmas or moms, yeah.
Yeah, my mom's chicken and noodles, and of course we always had mashed potatoes, but we didn't mix it like they do now, you know. But that was always good. But no matter what we had, I always had to have it on my plate and try it.
You see that, kids? You try everything on your plate.
Exactly. Even liver.
Ew.
And beets.
Ooh. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I don't. Maybe not. Just kidding.
Is there anything from your high school years that you wish would come back into fashion?
Oh, Lord, no. I can't think of anything. Gosh, that's when knee-high socks were popular. And girls did not wear slacks to school. You wore dresses or skirts. And, no, I can't think. Hair was awful. No, can't think of a thing.
Not wanting to bring that stuff back.
Fair enough.
No.
So if you had a travel bucket list, where would be the next destination you'd like to go?
Oh.
Anywhere in the world.
In the world. I don't know that I have just one place. I really would love to just be able to go.
Travel in general?
Just travel in general, yeah. I've gone to the one main place I wanted to go, which was Russia a number of years ago, for a mission trip, and
Oh,
that was
very
like a double whammy for me to be able to do it in a mission trip and to go to Russia. That was always a dream. And I would like to go to Israel, but I think I'm too old now
Oh yeah.
to do all the walking.
I was gonna say lots of rocky hills and
Yeah, a lot of walking. And so, yeah, I do that through other people.
Yeah.
Well, how old was Abram when he was walking through?
I know. Oh, and Sarah, I look at all that and I think, well, that's nice.
I'm really glad they had those experiences.
Yeah. I'll live through them.
That's
Through
funny.
the Bible stories.
There you
What would you consider to be your most prized possession and why?
Ooh. My most prized possession would be my family. Yeah. Things are things for me. And I have things that are important to me, but not near as important as my family. I think I can live without anything except that. And so, yeah. Because in the past few years, I've been getting rid of things. And things that I thought were so important to me are not. They're just things. And so I've been downsizing, and I just keep doing it, taking more out and more out. Stuff that was important to me, like maybe a dish from a grandmother or something. I've packed all that in a box, wrote notes on everything, and given it to Heather. And because that's not her thing either. And so I said, you can open that whenever you want, and you can either get rid of it or keep it, whatever you want to do. Just don't tell me. You do it while I'm alive,
Yeah.
because I don't want to know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So people, friends. I mean, I have a couple of friends that I've had for forever. For one of them for 40 years.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
my best friend. So, yeah.
That's more than friends then, that's family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
Well, I'm going to piggyback on that question
Yeah.
then and say, what makes you the most proud of your family then?
I think all that they've accomplished, watching them walk out their faith, it doesn't always look perfect, and it's not, and but they're faithful, and they're there for each other, and to watch that lived out, what it really means to walk that. And so I think I would have to say, yeah, that's the best part. And I mean, to watch them do what they do and do it well. And if something doesn't work, they don't see that as a failure. They just move on
Yeah.
to the next thing. And to watch that and to be able to be an encourager.
Yeah.
To come alongside, and I can't do anything, but I can
Supportive.
encourage
Yeah.
But you
I love
encourage
'em.
so well.
and love them.
Yeah. You encourage
Loving's
and
the
love
best.
so well. What would your favorite family tradition be?
Oh, well, we used to have one called December 1st, and we've quit it because on December 1st, we would do a fancy breakfast and set the table really fancy, and everybody would get a new children's Christmas book and a new ornament. We ended up with so many ornaments and children's Christmas books that we quit that. But we did it for years, and I have, shelves of children's books. But, and Christmas has always been really, really special. So, yeah, I'd have to say that time.
December 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
special.
Christmas, yeah, between the two.
What is the best piece of advice a family member has ever given you?
The first thing that came to my mind was one that my dad gave me. And it was to love God the most. Because at night when he'd put me to bed, he'd go, "Who do you love the most?" And I'm adopted, so, and of course, my dad was my special person. He took care of me because my mom was sick. And so, rather than being able to say him, he taught me to say God. And
Very
because of that, it allowed me to do some things down the road that I wouldn't have been able to do if he had not taught me that. And I mean, even that my dad did not believe in women in ministry. And so for him, when I started, seminary and everything, it was very hard for him. And the first church I was at, they came to visit me, of course, after the service and stayed with me for a few days. And my dad was talking to me about it, and he asked, how could I do that, And I said, Dad, you're the one that gave me the ability to. I said, it's always been so important to me to, make you happy, to do what you wanted me to. And I said, but you taught me to put God first and to love him the most.
Yeah.
And so because you did that, I was able to do what God called me to do.
Yeah,
Very
that's
cool.
so cool.
He had no reply.
Yeah, right. Well, you can. Yeah, when you put God first, that's so cool.
Yeah, he had no reply. And I
That's
don't mean
very
that
cool.
bad about my dad. It
No,
was just
but
who he was and everything.
yeah.
But he had taught me that since I was little. And the power of that. Isn't that funny how that
That's
followed me all those years?
that's such a cool and powerful statement, though.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's a little lighthearted. And this
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay.
yeah.
Very cool.
is there a musical instrument that you wish you could play?
I'd love to play the violin.
Oh,
I love the violin. Second would be cello. I love both of those, but I love the violin.
now is the cello the big stand-up?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
the bass, but the cello is the one where you set.
Okay.
And I took piano lessons for years, and for some reason my mother thought I should be gifted at that, and I was not. And I took like 13 years of piano lessons.
Oh.
And so you would think I'd be able to sit down and play anything. No, not really.
Chopsticks and Mary Had a Little Lamb. And,
I don't know that I could do Mary Had a
all
Little.
right. If you had to change your name, what would you change it to?
Gosh, I've never thought about that. I certainly, my name before I got married, my last name was Doc Stater. And my married last name is Oberhelman. And so I would shoot for something simple.
Simple, Lee,
Simple,
Smith, Joe.
something really simple on the back end. My name before I was adopted was Rosemary Reeves. And I always thought, oh, that would make such a cool name for a writer, romantic
yeah.
novel
Opinion,
writer.
yeah.
Can't you see that? Rosemary Reeves on the front of one of
That
those
is
novels.
So beautiful. That's funny.
If you were given a 1-minute ad slot during the Super Bowl,
Uh-huh.
what would you fill it with?
Oh, well, I feel really strong about becoming active about human trafficking. And I feel like that just really gets passed over so much that I would really want to address human trafficking in such a way that people would go, oh, I hadn't really realized that.
Yeah.
And so, because I feel real strong about that and how we don't see it.
Yeah.
Have a hidden-
And it's all around us. And, we've gotten so, I see the stuff with the Black Lives Matter and all of that, and we hear about slavery. And there's more slaves now than there has ever been. And I think, okay, if you want to say slavery's wrong, then do something about it
Yeah.
today. Make a difference.
Yeah.
But
What
what
a
do I know?
And what a platform that the Super Bowl would be to use
Yeah.
to do that
Yeah.
for. So
Yeah.
that's a good one.
So, last but not least,
Uh-huh.
but would you be able to give us a 1-minute-ish testimony on something that Jesus or the church has brought to your life?
Well, Jesus has given me life. And my call to ministry was, something that I'm very thankful for. The opportunity to share Jesus' love with others. And I don't think there's any greater thing than to share that. And I think as the church, I like the fact that the church gives us, which we are the church, not the building, gives us an opportunity, though, or an avenue to come together and share Christ's love with others in a very real way, not just through word, but through deed too. And I think that's what I like. I like to see make a difference. I'm not one of those who wants to sit on the sideline and Jesus loves you, golly, and you. No. I like to be in the midst.
Live by action.
Yeah, I think that's what we're called to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for that information, and thank you so much for your time and your words. You just have a natural ability to inspire with your words and your heart and your actions.
Thank you.
So I appreciate spending any time with you and your stories. And
and that was one nice thing working with the youth, was being able to share Christ's love with them in a very real way, just by listening. I mean, you think about it, and it's just even listening to somebody lets them know that Christ hears them and loves them.
Open ear and open shoulder.
Yeah. It makes such a huge difference. And so for me, that was such a great privilege and pleasure.
Yes.
So,
well, you're a privilege and a pleasure, so we appreciate you. So
thank you.
So thank you for spending some more time with us today.
Yes.
And having fun. Okay, so hopefully you got a little bit of information and new knowledge of, of Nanna. So up next, we're going to play a little game and just have a little fun. We are going to bring in a couple of those youth that you actually got to hang out with to play this fun little game. So we're going to get that set up, and then we will explain what this is all about. Stick around. All right, so here we are. We are going to play a little game called Generational Gap. So we have Nanna and Joanna. And so we are going to play a game with them, and we are going to see what it's like to have questions from each generation, all right? Okay, but we decided to have a guest host with us today. Our guest host, you will notice, has a special attire today, and that is because it is her birthday. This is Sam, and it is Sam's birthday today. So in honor of her birthday, we're going to do something special for her. We're going to sing her happy birthday. Are you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Sam. Happy birthday to you. All right. So what we're going to do is she is going to ask some questions to these ladies, and we're going to see which generation knows more about the other generation. Here we go.
Round one. What does AARP stand for?
AARP?
Yes.
Air, apple, PlayStation.
You forgot the order.
Oh wait. Air, apple.
Okay, Nanna.
American Association of Retired Persons or people or something. It's close to that, isn't it?
Woohoo! That is correct.
Okay.
Your question is, what does ROTFL stand for?
TFL. I have no idea.
I don't know.
You know.
Roll on the floor laughing.
Let's just no.
I could have done LOL.
Yeah.
That one's so much easier.
Exactly.
Okay, round two. Name this famous musician.
Elvis Presley.
Neil Diamond.
Woo!
I was close.
2 points for Nana.
Yeah, only by like a lot of weight. Alright, Nana. Name this famous musician.
Oh, I know who that is. But I can't think of his name.
Going, gone.
It's yours,
Harry
Joanna.
Styles.
Yes.
Oh, he's a nice one.
Oh, he's a nice one.
Alright, round 3. You. Finish this quote. Ask not what your country can do for you.
But what you can do for your country. Woo!
Nice.
And
Good
and
one.
who
Yeah.
said it?
That, you didn't ask that in the first part.
Oh, well, it's part of my question, so I have to ask it.
I also said Neil Armstrong. That's not
No.
No. Obama?
John F. Kennedy.
Nice.
I'm glad at least you knew the quotes. I
Yes.
didn't. Alright, Nana.
So we
Wait,
each got a half a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We each got a half
So
point.
2.5, 1.5.
Alright, Nana. Finish this statement/lyric. Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride.
Uh-huh.
Finish it. Yeah, you have to finish it.
Till I can't no more.
I got the voices in the back.
Oh, do I have to keep singing? Oh.
And
And who said it?
No!
Who sang it?
Ah! No, it's
Luke
some.
Bryant.
No.
I have no idea.
mean-
It's one of the few names I know.
Jaybirds. I don't know.
Who the heck is that?
Yeah, fine.
so 2.5 to 2.
Fine.
Alright, round 4.
Wait, who wrote it?
Lil Nas X,
It was.
and Billy Ray Cyrus.
Alright, round 4. For you. What is the name of this game?
Checkers.
Cribbage.
3.5.
What is cribbage?
It's a card game.
That's a card game.
I've
not a
never
card
played it, but I know
game.
what the board looks like.
I thought it was hockey at first. No, not like hockey with things you push.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard.
That.
Alright, Nana, what is the name of this popular video game?
No cheating.
I have no
cheating?
I
idea.
didn't even see it.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay, I can see it.
Minecraft.
Ooh, are we tied now? Are we tied?
I'm
3.5 to 3.5?
Yeah.
No, just 3.
Ooh.
I'm not 3.5.
Alright,
You got a
round 5.
I did?
Yeah.
What?
Because you got half of that one.
For the lyric one.
Ooh.
Quote.
We're at
Take it.
Alright, I'll take
we're
it.
at a tie.
Alright, round 5, final round for
Uh-oh.
you.
Ooh,
Name
this
this
is a-
dance move.
I thought it was gonna be like the floss or something. No, I don't know this. Jazz hands.
This is from 1965.
My parents weren't even alive.
I have no idea.
This would have been in Nana's teen
Lindy?
years.
But I don't think so, because that's not what I would have called. I don't know what it was called. Oh, the mashed potato.
Mashed potato. What?
Yeah.
Does anybody want to try it for an extra point?
No. Go ahead, Joanne. Come on.
Do I have to get up here?
Sure.
Yes,
Come
Let
on,
me tell you.
Joanna. You did it. You get a point just for trying.
Alright, for trying.
Alright,
Okay.
for Nana, name this move.
Oh, gosh. Oh. And if Betty White can do it, I should be able to.
Oh, that was an extra point.
What?
She knows who that
No,
is.
it was.
It's
I don't know.
Betty
who that
Oh, but
is.
she did it too. I think that's 2 points.
No, she's
She
not.
just did it too. That
I
was 2
don't know.
points.
I don't know. Go ahead.
It's called a dab.
And you got it. Now I've lost the point.
The dab.
Yes.
Okay.
It was a pretty big dance move a few years ago.
Okay.
But I mean, I feel like You guys both won. I mean, really.
Right.
That was like such an even tie. Don't you guys all think that was such an even tie?
Yay!
Woo! Oh, I think you guys did such an awesome job. Thank you so much for playing. That was awesome.
That was fun.
All right. Thank you guys so much for
Except
hanging
I feel
out.
really old.
You guys
Don't worry, I
did
feel too young.
we had to look up both generations, so if that
Yeah,
throws it
okay.
anywhere.
Yeah, so we're somewhere in there too. All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you guys so much for playing. You guys are awesome. And as always,
Your love.
you're loved.
Oh, I was like, what?
Mwah!